Like, he could lose his rag with journalists or whatever, but you'd see why he had. Sometimes with Klopp, I think he loses it for no reason. And an innocuous question that isn't loaded, that isn't unfair, that is quite
kind. Loses it rather than...
and it can be quite horrible at times, which I think Fergie didn't have that to him. And also Fergie's was far more successful. Yeah, and
there's more consideration, I think, with the sort of mind games that Ferguson was playing. There's no way he wasn't in his office with a red wine thinking, you know what I mean? This is how I'm going to approach it. But it's interesting with Klopp is that he can go from being the press's buddy, like all the press love him more or less.
I've been to a press conference with Klopp and it was in his early time at United at Liverpool. It was when we were playing United, funnily enough. And it was the Europa League one. Yeah. So I was covering it for Q103 and I did the it was Van Gaal on it, I think. I can't remember. The United one. Then they said, the Liverpool one. They were both taking place at Old Trafford. The Liverpool one's next. Can you do it for Radio City? Don't ask a question. That's what they said to me. And whenever I got asked to do a Liverpool press conference, I did about 4. I did Brendan Rodgers ones as well. Don't ask a question. You don't need to ask a question. Just get the audio because they were scared that I'd ask something to wind him up because I'm a United fan. And also it's very structured at Liverpool. So I didn't, but he was very friendly and jovial with the press because he was still in his sort of early days there. And he has that where he can be, but then he has times when he's horrible. But Jose was like that.
But the thing is, Jose never really... Yeah, true, but I think you sort of expected it with Jose. Again, with Fergie... and I'd say Jose is probably the only comparable manager in terms of mind games. I'd say Fergie. I don't think Pep's got it in him. And Wenger was nowhere near.
All managers can be arsey, right? Yeah. And I've been in a lot of press conferences. Like Pep was difficult with me once for no reason. Fergie, I never interviewed him. Well, I've interviewed him, but I never did a press conference. But you knew about him, obviously, you see what he was like. And I had horror stories, where he could just be awful with people. He was horrible to one of our reporters, not because of something they'd done, but some of the radio DJs at the station he worked at had done, where they'd slagged off Fergie, so he chucked him out of the press conference in the middle of it. And obviously Klopp, we've seen it. I just think with Klopp he has that little bit more to him. And it was quite funny with United fans singing "He's cracking up" yesterday.